in so many different ways. In Luke chapter 15, looking at the prodigal son, we're going to take just the next 5 verses, starting to read in verse 15. There was a son who had wandered away from the father. He went and attached himself to one of the citizens of that country, and he sent him into his fields to feed swine. And he was longing to fill his stomach with the pods that the swine were eating, and no one was giving anything to him. But when he came to his senses, he said, "How many of my father's hired men have more than enough bread, but I am dying here with hunger? I will get up and go to my father, and will say to him, 'Father, I've sinned against heaven and in your sight. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. Make me as one of your hired men.'" You know, I think that in America and in the American church, man, we are so blessed, and God is so faithful. A country that has feared the Lord in the past, and we're still, even in global disasters that are happening, we find that America's prosperity, because of America's heritage and its righteous past, and its values and principles, even during a difficult time, is not suffering like other nations are suffering. But in the middle of the blessings of the Lord, again, it's so easy to forget what comes from the Lord. And so I want to remind all of us today, you know, when we sit down to eat, when we are able to go into the grocery store, just such a basic thing such as food. Jesus told us to pray this way: "Lord, give us this day our daily bread." He reminds us that every day, even though food is so accessible and it's so easy in America, don't take anything for granted. Stay connected to the Lord, and every day say, "God, give us our daily bread," even for the provision of the Lord. Like here at the church, even when we're able to, you know, meet our budget, I still like to pray in our prayer meetings, "Lord, you know, you are the source. I don't want to forget that you are the one that every day is providing. I want to stay in gratitude and dependency upon you each and every day." Because by asking the Lord for daily provision and daily bread, I'm continuing to acknowledge that I have a Father in heaven. This young man had wandered away from the Lord. He forgot that principle, that God was the source of every good thing. And he got to the point where he just says, "Man, maybe I can beg God." He gets a beggar mentality, and he's no longer living in the blessing and the abundance of the Lord, because he forgot all the good things that the Father was doing for him all the time. So let's stay grateful all the time. Let's remain thankful. Let's give God the credit for everything. Let's not eat without saying a blessing before we eat, even if it's lunch by ourselves. Let's acknowledge that everything has come from God. And out of that place, man, it keeps the flow of God's blessings active in our lives. So that's a good word today. God bless you.